on the quest again for the best thrift store in the country, and we are in South Carolina. And maybe you're thinking, Tyson, you already did this. No, that was North Carolina. Get your Carolina straight. You got your North Carolina, you got your South Carolina, you got your sweet Carolina. This is the home of one of the biggest YouTube channels in thrifting, Harry Tornado. If you don't know about it, they have like 400,000 subscribers. We're gonna reach out to them and see where they think we should go thrifting. I have a feeling this is gonna be a good one. Let's go. My criteria for finding the best thrift store in America is finding things that I love for a great price. Video games, vintage clothing, sports memorabilia, old electronics. If I can find those at a thrift store for a good deal, that's number one for me. Quantity is number two, and number three is the ultimate vibe. So I want my thrift stores to be unique because thrifting is about fun. I reached out to Harry Tornado before I flew out here, and I asked him specifically, where should I go? Like, what's the best thrift store in the state for you? And he said basically all of the Goodwills, so I'm heading to this first one next. The doors just opened, the clock just struck 10 a.m. So let's get it. I think this one's gonna be really good. And people are going crazy. This Rubik's Cube. All Georges. Wait, here's some pair of J's. My goodness. Gotta find the other one. Man, if you can only find pairs for these. Just a nice pair of On Clouds. I'll keep looking for the matches. Been in here for 15 minutes and could not find a pair. Here's some like vintage NFL bed sheets. 1995. Probably not bad. Oh man. The Power Rangers to match. 2002. Oh, this bin smells like cigarettes and regret. I did find this Clemson hat, so shout out South Carolina. Vintage Nike. Looks brand new, still got the little cardboard in it. My guy over here looks like he found a really nice purse.
I just looked the purse up. It appears to be a Louis Vuitton, and if it's real, it's going for over $600. I missed out.
I have no room in my bag, and probably because I'm in denial about putting some of these Jordans back because I need to find them. My quest for the best thrift store in America has turned into my quest to find the other Jordans. I put that stuff back in the old rental car. Now let's check out the other half of this Goodwill hybrid here in Columbia, South Carolina. A store like this definitely gets bonus points for being able to do double duty when you go to it. You got the crazy outlet side where you can get the best deals, and then you got the retail end right here that we're about to go into. It's a little more organized and less chaotic. It is really small though. That's kind of surprising me. Oh, these would be good if they didn't have this problem. Oof, the last pair of these sold for 30 bucks. So that's a no. Got a pretty cool office tee here. Am I gonna keep it? Probably. That's cool. For how much they have in the outlet side, I'm surprised that this place isn't more well stocked. Like this is like a half a rack of t-shirts, half a rack of jeans, and they've got just boxes and boxes over there. DVD VCR for $5 is pretty good. Emerson isn't a great brand, but this is probably like a $30 flip if you want to pack it. I don't. Okay, this isn't the best deal, but I'm gonna get this. My wife Haley and I love the show Hot Ones, and this has the Hot Ones hot sauce in it. I guess it's a game, but I think it's gonna be so much fun to do a little hot sauce gamble with Haley. You either gotta tell the truth or burn your mouth. Okay, we're flashing forward here. Haley talked about this a little bit, but I brought back the Hot Ones challenge from South Carolina. And I think this is basically like a truth or dare. So we got
Are we not putting it on anything? We're just gonna take a spoonful?
That's what it's about. You can answer the question from this deck truthfully, or you can take a big fat dab of hot sauce. I think this game is for like a party of like multiple people, but we're gonna try it with just you and me.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we can enjoy some lovely hot sauce together. What do you say? What her pregnant belly wants. Truth or dab, Haley, what's the worst police ticket you've received?
I could answer that. I was going 5 over from Idaho to Utah. It was like $100, $150 ticket. And I was so poor because I was in college, so I cried and I cried on my way to Utah after that.
Did you send, that's when you sent me the picture with the mascara?
Yeah.
Can we add that? Is
Yeah.
that part of the challenge?
Cut to it.
Yes.
Truth or dab? When was the last time you cried and what brought you to tears? I know what it was.
This is just a couple of days ago. Well, I'll say that I get a little overwhelmed during the Christmas season, and sometimes I bite off more than I can chew with projects. That made me tear up just a little bit, but I don't want to go further into the details, so let's just get this over
A
with.
little dabby dab.
You tell me when to stop. I think that's good, yeah? That's a lot. Heat level 10 out of 10. Does not smell good. You know, for hot ones, I was expecting it to taste better, but it doesn't taste very good. Back to your regularly scheduled thrifting video. All right, we're just a couple of blocks away from that Goodwill Bins hybrid, and we're going into, it says it's an overstock liquidation. It's not. It's like more of an antique mall. And this typically is not a thrift store that I would go into because it's not really a thrift store. But Harry Tornado just set up a booth here. And so I thought it'd be fun to go and check out his booth. He said he has some pretty affordable prices. So that's wild. Oh my gosh.
What's up, man?
What's up?
See the GoPro? I'm
Yeah.
You're a YouTuber.
Yep.
What's the channel?
It's called Tyce Baby.
Tyce baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. What are you a reseller?
Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. Where are you from?
From Salt Lake City.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
It's
came
good to
all
meet
the
you
way
guys. I
here
didn't think you were gonna.
Buy a gumball?
Of course. Of course.
All the thrift stores are really good here. There's like 6 or 7 Goodwills. Friday was half off day, and that was like the worst. I mean, we found good stuff, but I'm like, it wasn't even worth it. It's just so crazy.
You bring those buggies in too, like the big shopping buggies, but
Yeah.
you're not supposed to.
Well, I brought you guys something that's kind of lame.
I'm pulling something out of my backpack right here, and that messed up the sound. That's why I'm doing this voiceover. But basically, I told them that in 2013, I won the office's biggest fan contest, and what I'm giving them is from that.
I got to go to the wrap party in Scranton and be like with the cast and stuff. So I made this video, and Angela chose it. But they gave me a bunch of stuff, and since you guys are big enough,
Is that a shroot box?
big enough Office fans to actually name your dog Mose,
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to give you my Shroot Buck
my
from
goodness.
2014.
I am honored.
This is worth 1/100th of a cent.
Knew you were good.
What is the cash value of a Shroot Buck?
Excellent question, Pam. 1/100th of a cent.
See, that's a true
awesome.
Office fan right there.
Dude, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Where did you get this shirt? This is.
Oh yeah, I've seen your thumbnails. The Secrets of the Goodwill Bins, that video popped up on my suggested feed the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool shirt. I bought that for myself, and it's just a little too small on me. There's a couple of holes in the armpit, but so that's dope. Are you a full-time reseller, or do you do something else?
Well, I am right now, but I work on TV shows and movies normally.
Oh, nice.
High School Musical TV show on Disney Plus.
What do you do with those?
So I'm in production.
I'm sure it's one of those jobs that sounds fun, but it has struggles as well.
For sure, it's not nearly as glamorous. I'm gonna get this Grizzly shirt for sure.
Help with the airfare, huh?
You don't need to do that.
Oh yeah.
No, it's already a good deal. It's like, I just looked it up. There's one that sold for like $120.
No, I'll give you $50.
Josh, come on, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Good to meet you guys. Let me know if I can ever do anything for you if you come through Salt Lake again.
We do plan on coming there.
Yes.
We've got you there now. We've got Ashley.
Thanks.
See ya. Good luck.
Well, that was a conversation with two heads on the Mount Rushmore of thrifters.
Right now we're in Lexington, South Carolina at his house thrift store. faces, bro. It's pretty cool. I wonder what that is. The vintage Reds hat. A little rough, but why not? It's probably gonna be pretty cheap. The Trading Spaces hat is crazy. I watched Trading Spaces when I was like 10 years old, and there was the girl named Hildy who was one of the designers, and she was crazy. She put like hay on walls, and she thought it was so cool.
The wall is a little bit funky. I'm not sure about the straw action here.
The straw was a great idea. It really was very cool. It was just, they didn't like it.
One of the first reality shows. It probably hasn't aged very well. NASCAR hat. Let's do that too, what the heck. I bet they're $1. They don't have hats on here, but they have everything else. Did you just find this?
Right here.
That's crazy. This has got to be a reprint though, right?
It's just on like a regular Gildan tag.
It's still cool though, it's a great album.
It's pretty cool.
Do you come here a lot?
Yeah, I shop here weekly.
Nice.
Yeah, I travel all around.
Me too. I'm from Salt Lake, so.
Oh, Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's the best thrift store I should go to around here?
They're all pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what you're looking for, I mean, it's always like a crapshoot. It's always a roll of the dice.
All right, this is a reprint, but I'm still getting it. That's a crazy graphic. I'll probably get this one. Oh boy, and then the whole backyard section. That Rawlings is probably a $40 bat. Almost got this CD player, but it only sells for about $25 every 9 months. Oh man, and then they left all the gamer TVs out in the rain. That kind of breaks my heart. Yeah, they don't know that these are worth stuff now. I have yet to say this in this video series, but we've got a real competitor. I'll explain why at the end of the video.
How you doing, brother?
Doing good, how are you?
Yes.
Let's see what I got. How much are the hats? All right.
Hey, Michelle.
5 hats and 3 tees.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to his house, a real competitor for this thing.
The Carolinas seem to be home of the Goodwill hybrids. This one is a regular Goodwill mixed with an antique store Goodwill. So we'll see how we do, but first, this is something I'm not used to. Can you hear this? Like, what insect is making this horrible noise? Oh, I see it. You see that horrible thing? The red face? Oh, this is why I never worked for National Geographic. This one is packed with stuff. Maybe I need this little vintage South Carolina tee for a souvenir. Well, something to remember this place by. The Starbucks tumblers do really well. I don't see any of those here. Massive camcorder. The handy cams do really well, but one that's this big, I don't know, probably not. 20 bucks. Looks like that is about all it's worth. Record player for $76. Okay, Goodwill. That's how you're gonna play, huh? This is like the vest that they made me wear in the Goodwill Outlets video. A couple of t-shirts I found. This looks like kind of a rare Harry Styles about his New York shows. Couldn't find anything online. So I'm leaning towards passing, but maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. And then this Y2K shirt that says, "Don't make me come down there." Probably get this one for sure. Thought I found a real gem here with this University of South Carolina and the vintage Hanes tag. But this thing is cut up pretty bad in the neck. Look, we got a assortment of purses coming out. When the new stuff comes out, I'm learning like that's when you gotta strike. Fake. All right, let's check out the loft section. Posh. Brand new Dooney bag. This has got to be expensive. Yeesh, $115. There's another one. At this point, I say Goodwill too. Got kind of excited when I saw this Zion Williamson jersey for 14 bucks. But I looked it up and it's only worth 30. You think I'm gonna walk past a place called Thrifty Treasures and not take a peek? You're sadly mistaken, kind ma'am or sir. Wow, hello. Are you guys consignment?
No, we rent out the area.
Oh,
Somebody
okay,
puts
yeah.
all their stuff in.
Okay. Colin Powell has a baseball card. Oh wow. Here's a vibe. They got the bathroom all stocked up. Excuse me, do you guys have any Pokemon? Oh yeah, it's just right over there on the toilet. I've caught myself about 15 times today looking something up, and then after I do, I make the sound when it's not so good. And maybe I think it's just a white people thing for some reason. When you start listening for it and other people too, you hear the quite a bit. Nothing there, but South Carolina was pretty fun. Here's a quick recap of our time. I'm hanging out here at USC, which is the University of South Carolina, not University of Southern California. Do they call it USC? I don't know. Such a cool, peaceful campus right now. The first thrift store of the day was the bins hybrid, which is half Goodwill bins and half regular Goodwill. After about like a half hour of digging, I was done. It was so overwhelming there, but what was really great about that location is that they have tons of hard goods, and the one in Salt Lake is mostly all clothes. I really love that with this one, you never know what you're gonna find when you go there. I'm still a little heartbroken over the Jordan, the one shoe that I had, but sorry, I'll let it go. I love that at those bins you can get a giant bag of plush for $1. That's probably the quickest way that you can make money if you're in a bind, selling those for like $5-10 bucks a pop. Boom, boom, boom. The other end of that Goodwill was a little bit lackluster, besides the Hot Ones thing and the Office t-shirt that I picked up. The next stop I made was at Josh's little antique mall. So funny that I actually ran into those guys there. I thought I might be able to see them on a different occasion, but how fun it was to like give them a shroot buck from one Office fan to the other, and just to say thanks for being able to learn from his videos and meet those guys. They're so kind. He gave me a discount on the Bear shirt. I looked it up, it goes for like $120 online, pretty easy. So shout out to Josh. Following those 2 stops in Columbia, I moved over to the area of Lexington and went to what was probably my favorite thrift store of the trip, called His House. I did pretty well. I got about 5 different hats and 2 t-shirts. They gave me each one of those items for $1 a piece, which is hard to beat. You know, that place was like garage sale prices when all the other thrift stores are thrift store prices, so they get some added points for that. I also love the feeling there that, you know, you could find just about anything. There's such a weird, wild variety of stuff. So I think that's why His House ranks highest. But we can talk about the hybrid Goodwill with the boutique built in. Now I got one Y2K, they call it a Jesus tee. It's a quote from God saying, "Don't make me come down there." The boutique did potentially have some stuff. I could see them selling a jersey or a pair of shoes for a pretty decent price. Today was not that day, and it certainly wasn't the day to buy a quality handbag, satchel, or purse from this place, because $120? No. That is barbaric, savage, ruthless. I will not stand for it. Major loss of points from that. Thrifty Treasures was an example of a right place, wrong time scenario. I could potentially have some good finds there in the future. This is the 3rd time in the Carolinas where I've seen this business model of companies renting out a specific piece of their building for people to sell their stuff in a consignment-esque sort of way. That place was fun to look at, and as far as the vibes, have you ever tried to buy Pokemon in a bathroom before? You think there was like a Squirtle in the toilet and I didn't know about it? Are these dad jokes? Guys, are starting to get dark on my time here in South Carolina. I had a lot of fun. His House wins this one for sure. Here's where South Carolina ranks on my list. Pretty high. I feel good about it. Will it stay there? Make sure and subscribe so you can see where we go next week. And if you missed last week's video, well, that's coming up right now.